Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at a little bit of an experiment. Today we're going to take a look at the Dedenne here, and we're going to take a look at my NUNDO Dedenne. I wanted to see if the 000 IV version of a Pokemon can perform in the Go Battle League. And today we're going to take a look at my shiny NUNDO Dedenne here, which gets perfectly to 1499 CP. This is based on a suggestion from one of my students from MetaFi, so shoutouts to you as well. They thought it would be kind of funny to take a look at a Pokemon like this, so I was like, yeah, let's see how this is gonna go. And the team itself, by the way, is a legend team from Magic Mason, so shoutouts to you as well. That I wanted to try out the team. The thing is, I took a look at Dedenne with the 000 IV compared to the Dedenne that I have already built. And generally, you might have the tiniest advantage with the other Dedenne that has, of course, the perfect IVs. But funnily enough, there were a lot more relevant meta matchups that you were all of a sudden able to perform in a little bit better, which I did not expect at all. So, for example, here, in the Zero Shield scenario, compared to the rank 1, you're actually going to be able to win one extra matchup with the Dedenne with 000 IVs. You're going to be able to win against other Dedenne, because you're going to be able to win the CMP type, but also you're going to be able to win against a normal Dusclops, but you're going to lose against the Shadow Dusclops. So, like, it is not a big difference there at all, which is kind of funny, if even, like, you're going to be able to win one extra matchup compared to the rank 1, which is kind of funny. In the one-shot scenario, you're going to win against Dunsparce, you're going to lose against other Dedenne, which doesn't really make too much sense. I don't know how, like, I guess you're just gonna die to, like, one player or whatever. And you're gonna lose against the Shadow, Dusclops, so you're only going to have one less matchup compared to the rank 1 version, by the way. And average rating is actually higher for the NUNDO compared to the best possible IV version, which is hilarious. And for the two-shot scenario, we're going to have, also one less win, but you're going to be able to win against other Dedenne, which again is kind of nice. It's kind of funny because in the zero shields you win against Dedenne, in the two shields you win against Dedenne, but in the one shields you don't, which I don't know how this works. Here we're sadly going to lose against the opponent's Stunfisk. But you are going to win also against Shadow Gligar, which is kind of cool. You're going to lose against Shadow Dusclops, Morpeko, and Alolan Tangerso. So all in all, while we have here a Pokemon that has literally no IVs at all, there is not really a big difference. If even in certain scenarios, it is better than the best possible version of this Pokemon, which is kind of hilarious. The thing as well here though is that while we're going to have here 0 as the IVs. This also means you need a higher level for a Pokemon, which means Pokemon are more expensive, which is not really needed. So, compared to a normal Dedenne, which is capped at level 33 for the Open Great League, the NUNDO Dedenne needs to be level 38.5. So you have to spend an extra 9 power-ups to power this Pokemon up compared to a normal one. And as you see here, it still does some solid damage against Pokemon like Chestnut. There is not really a difference there. And now it's only the Pidgeot left, which doesn't have play here. This Pidgeot is gonna go down. This Pidgeot, like, what is it gonna do against our Dedenne? We don't have IVs. We don't need IVs. So we're gonna be even able to go for the Surf here, two-shot the opponent with that. So they're forced to go for a harder hitting move here to knock me out. I don't think an Air Cutter is gonna cut it. But Brave Bird is gonna cut it. As you're gonna see here, the Dedenne just farming them all the way down, and my chocolate little Dedenne is able to win this battle. I find it kind of funny because Alolan Raichu also has like the chocolate shiny. Kind of funny that we have like two that are very similar in there. And also we want to have here the Araquanid, which is not going to enjoy the matchup against Typhlosion. Like, whatsoever. We're going to be able to maybe even fully farm them down, depending on what they're going to go for. A charge move here, they're going to go for Bubble Beam. I'm not too sure if we can farm them down, but we will see. We can. In comes here, next up, the opponent's Annihilate, and I make a big mistake by not going for my charge move straight away. That is really, really annoying. I didn't expect that they would have that much pressure against me already. I'm going to decide to go into my Jealous Nord, take a hit here, and still do some super effective fast move pressure back, get the serves in. But again, of course, I would have already been able to get a shield here from the opponent. And so let's see on how things are going to go now. We're going to be able to shield this move up, try to maybe even go for the full farm run at this point. I think the opponent's energy dry, and we can go for the full farm run against them, and now it depends on what they have in the back. It's going to be the Dusclops. So, yeah, Shadow Dusclops, let's see on if our Dedenne can deal with it. We got Support straight away. I hope that I win the CMP tie against the opponent here. I'm actually not too sure what the attack stat is of a Jellicent compared to the Dusclops, and I want to take a look at it now, so I know. Jellicent has 105 attack, while the Dusclops has 101 attack. Yeah, depending, of course, IV could be that if this is a high attack version, I will lose CMP tie. Otherwise, I'm going to be alright here, and as you can see here, I am going to be alright, and with that, we're going to be able to take another victory here with our NUNDO Dedenne. So, we have a regional winner against us, but can they deal with our Dedenne? They have their own Dedenne here, which is a little bit annoying. I don't really like this matchup. This is like one of the worst kind of matchups for this team. Again, team from Magic Mason, they hit Legend with this team, so still should be a solid one though for you to try out as well. We are going to be able to go for one big blast burn here and get the shield from the opponent. Of course, a regional winner would shield this move up, and we have to go into our Jellicent because it's going to be the better matchup for us, funnily enough. Even though they have super effective damage here, we are going to be able to be in a little bit of a better spot with this thing. We can go for the Shadow Ball, knock them out with a 1 here. This would actually, by the way, do 0 damage in the main series games because the opponent's Pokemon would have bulletproof as a ability, but that is for like the people who play the main series games. But anyway, we're going to have here the Frenzy Plan coming in, and they're going to still get to another one, which I did not expect. So we're in a very tough spot now. So actually, it would have been more better to go into Dedenne. So what can my NUNDO Dedenne do now? I have to hope that this is going to knock them, because otherwise I lose immediately. It is going to knock them. So I'm going to be still in a position where I have a chance. They have Annihilate in the back, which we can annihilate with a Play Rough. I should have not done that though. I should have overfarmed. I was in a position where I have a boost and I still have to deal with the opponent's Dedenne. But you know what's great for NUNDO? We have a higher level, which means we win the CMP tie. And so we just saw a sweep of a 0 attack, a 0 defense, 0 HP Pokemon against a regional champion. This kind of wants me to make some new shorts again, because that would be a cool one to have. But let's take a look here at the next opponent. We're going to have Jumpluff against us. That is going to be alright for our, Typhlosion. I think I kind of messed this up a little bit though. I'm going to let this move go here, I think, as well. It is going to be the Acrobatics this time around though, and all of a sudden we end up at next to 0 HP, so good job me. Yeah, I definitely messed this match up a little bit up there, as you see that they saw it with a 1 HP as well. Not ideally played at all. As we will see here, the Thunder Punch coming in, we are going to be able to get the KO. And in comes the Scizor. That is going to be interesting, as we are going to be able to go ahead and go into our Jellicent now. Azumarill coming in next, and we're going to be able to go into our Dedenne, boosting ourselves up, showcasing our nice shiny. People think it's going to be PvP heavies. It is kind of with a 0-0-0. It is, I don't know, I find it hilarious. I just find it really, really fun to have a Pokemon like this. Playing out the way it does, and as you're gonna see here, Parabolic Charge is going to allow us to boost ourselves up again, as they decide to let the move go actually, which is interesting because I was like, I wouldn't have really done it if I was them, but they're still gonna be able to get to the move here. I hope I survive. I don't survive, and it's now down to Jellicent against the opponent's Scizor. And it's down to me calling a bait or not. If they go for Trailblaze, they win straight away. If they go for Night Slash, I still will be able to survive a hit here. So what do they go for? I have a shield still left, and so I decide to call the bait. And this is very important that I did this, because as you can see here, Trailblaze will have put us lower, as well as the opponent will have got more damage in against us with a fast move. But because I decided to go for the wrong move here instead, we are going to be able to win this battle, and Dedenne is going to be able to take another victory here. As we will face a Jumpluff. Jumpluff's alright for this team because both Pokemon in the back can deal with it. In comes though the Greninja, where we have still our Dedenne, but also we have an Energy lead here, so I could even play it out a little bit more, as I decided to go for, the most amount of energy possible. But I decided to go ahead and let the move go, hoping that I would still survive a Night Slash, but I didn't. And so yeah, this is not okay. We have to use a shield here. It's gonna be the Night Slash as well. They deny my fast move here, which I actually never seen in this kind of way. And I hope they still can go for the full farm run though against the opponent. I have to see here. Hope they don't get to try anything else. Yeah, but I would have been able to get one less Water Shuriken onto me. But now it's going to be up against the Jumpluff, and we have to go for the Parabolic Charge spam. We have to boost ourselves up as fast as possible, as they're going to go ahead and go into the Lapras. And I misplayed this battle maybe a tiny bit though, because what I could have done here, and which I should have done, is not stay in here for longer. I should have just went ahead, get more energy, and then swap out eventually into my Jellicent, but I didn't do that, and that is a mistake. While I know I'm at +3 defense, which means I can take any hit here, I am not in a perfect position. I keep now the energy, but it's a little bit too late there, I think. A little bit too late, as the opponent will be able to swap out after this, and I think I kind of misplayed this quite a bit, because all the energy is completely wasted on the Jellicent. At this point, I just forgot about what Pokemon they had in the back. I didn't really pay enough attention there. This kind of most likely gonna kill the battle for me, because what can I do here realistically? I am gonna be forced to go for a Shadow Ball. I'm gonna get them low, but I need to get them into a position where I can knock them out. Surf actually can help us here. Surf could really help us, but we need to put them into a position where I can farm them down or anything like this. They survive with 1 HP, so maybe 1 Thunder Shock is enough? We will find out shortly. Acrobatics comes through, and we don't even get a fast move through. So thanks for that game. That was definitely a winnable battle though, so like that is kind of unfortunate. In comes Drifblim. Drifblim is alright for us. I can play out the lead matchup a little bit. They very likely are going to decide to use a shield here though, and they can fully farm us down if they really want to in the 2 shields. But I'm going to be able to get another Surf off. I will not shield this move because I think it's kind of cooler to go into Dedenne and farm them all the way down. But this is actually the wrong Dedenne. There was a time where I had to reset my game, basically restart my game, and my team got yeah, completely thrown out for the team that I used previously. And so that is the actual PvP IV Dedenne that we have here, which is kind of course, unfortunate for that kind of way. I just completely I took that because what we have here is 2 Dedennes that are 1499 CP. So I was like, oh, I just go for the CP one that is highest, and this was the first one, so that was kind of silly by me. Anyway, we're going to have here the Tinkaton coming in. We're going to be able to go for the full farm down. We have a Blast Burn still stored, and we'll see what they have in the back next. It's going to be the Drifblim coming back in. I wasn't able to swap out in time there. Banana Punch is going to get the KO. In comes the Diggersby, and we don't have the chance of winning here anyway. PvP IVs don't matter at all here in this kind of case. There's nothing I could have done at all, and so yeah, good game to the opponent. A Scorching Sand is going to be enough here, even with no the better IVs. There's nothing I can do about it, and so yeah, good game to the opponent. We can move on to the final battle. This was the most annoying battle I have done in quite a while. Why? So far, so alright. We're going to have the Jumpluff, we're going to have the Blastoise, and this is the final battle. You see it's like 12 minutes into the video. The video goes still on for over 2 minutes at this point, or like, yeah, over 2 minutes at this point for sure. And we are already a little bit into the battle. So you can imagine if this is the last one here, what we could maybe, just maybe face in the back. A Pokemon that nobody has seen in quite a while, a Pokemon that is... yeah, I should have went for Thunder Punch here, by the way, but a Pokemon that is kind of annoying to deal with. Which Pokemon could it be? It is going to be not up yet. We're going to be able to go for the Parabolic Charge here, though. That's going to be alright. And I wonder I could have played some stuff a little bit better. We're going to see it very, very shortly here. The opponent goes for a Charge move. I am buffed, so I should be able to take it. It's Acrobatics. Yeah, it's resisted. I can go for even another Charge move here against the opponent, boosting myself even up further, which is going to be alright. In comes... nothing. In comes a catch onto Chansey. I maybe make a mistake here though. I'm already at +3. I should go ahead and go for a Play Rough here. Play Rough does a little bit more damage than Parabolic Charge. I decided to actually try to catch the move onto my Jellicent, which I guess is also alright because it's going to force them to either go for Dazzling Gleam or Psychic. I assume they run Dazzling Gleam in the current meta. Psychic doesn't make any sense at all, which doesn't really do damage to us. Like, it really doesn't do damage to us. As you're gonna see here, Dazzling Gleam exactly is coming in. Yeah, the issue is though that I cannot do damage against them either. Like, what is this? Like, literally, what is this? I was still hoping though that I'm going to be fine here, and I was also hoping that they wouldn't stop into the Jumpluff and that they still have like an Acrobatics dot or whatever. That would be kind of annoying. They stop into the Jumpluff, they still have an Acrobatics dot. If I went straight for the Shadow Ball, I would have knocked them here, but of course I didn't really expect it, or like couldn't really know when they do that. I can now go for another Charge move here though. This is going to allow us to knock them out. In comes another Parabolic Charge because I want to try to still survive the hits here. As we will see here though, which I really, really did not expect to see, is that a Hyper Beam is going to one-shot the Dedenne here. This was also still the other Dedenne, by the way. This was not the right Dedenne. And as you can see as well, this is sadly going to be a loss by a few seconds and literally one fast move. So yeah, interesting game there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and I will see you then.